Hi guys, welcome to Best Friends Who?
Fuck Daddy, yeah. Oh wait, you didn't say best friends.
I did.
Oh.
I wish I didn't now. Jesus, what the fuck was that? Who was that?
That was Bianca.
That was Bianca, yeah, I know that for
My
sure.
alter ego is called Bianca, guys, by the way. That's the name.
Is it Bianca or Bianca? It's Bianca. Who's Bianca?
I said Bianca.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. It's too early for this.
I
It's too
can't
early.
pronounce words.
I know that.
Guys, it's like 11 a.m, which is so early for us.
It's dangerously early because we're about to do some shots.
Yeah, for sure.
And you can tell it's early when we've got our Starbucks in our hand.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Oh, wow, this is...
I've
Oh
lost
my-
the plot.
Yeah, I'm so scared.
Anyway, we just want to start off this episode by saying thank you for watching our first episode and thank you for being so positive about it. You know, I think we only got like one hate comment.
Yeah, not everybody needs a podcast. Exactly, that's why you're not making one.
Got
Got him! Got him!
We got him so good.
W Riz.
What does W mean? I've been meaning to ask this. What does
W?
W mean? Yeah, because I
What
see
do you
it on
think it
TikTok.
means?
W. I know what Riz means now, but W. But people put it in like any sentence.
Yeah, so what do you think W means?
Winner.
Ah, well done.
Is it actually?
Win. Yeah, like L is like loss. Loser, loss.
Oh.
So like W with. W with. W with.
W Riz means
Like
winner Riz.
pretty much, yeah.
Are
But
you
don't.
sure?
You don't see it as like a winner is. You see it as like,
You see it as W Riz, but that means
which means like, just imagine it as like good Riz. Like that's like the best Riz. Kind of that's how I see it. If I see someone go W Riz, it means like when you Riz, you want it.
Yeah, I knew it was positive,
Yeah.
but I just couldn't really seem to
So if I came up
grasp
to
my
you,
head around it.
if I went to you and I was like, "Hey girl, I love you so much. Can I get your number?"
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, "Yeah, here you go, W Riz," because that's like my Riz worked. So that's like, that's a
Yeah.
dub. That's a
No,
dub.
but I've seen people like comment it on other things, like I don't know, to do with like appearance and stuff like that.
What W skincare or some shit?
Something like that.
That means you've got good skincare. Yeah,
W Bunda.
that means good bunda. L on the
Okay.
titties though.
James! You told me you like my souffle titties.
Yeah, I like him.
So
but
that's really offensive. Because these jokes keep coming out more often. Do you think I have small tits then?
I don't. Well,
Well, they are small, that's a fact, but you better like them because
I do
you've
like
got them
them.
forever.
yeah,
Well,
great.
we'll see. You haven't actually proposed to me yet, so.
Yeah, and I'm not going to for a long time.
Yeah, because you haven't got enough money in the bank.
You're mean. You're an animal. Only because you want a £10,000 proposal ring.
I don't want a
engagement ring.
£10,000. I just don't want it from Argos. That's all I'm asking.
Who the fuck? When did I ever say I was going to buy you a ring from Argos?
No, I've got PTSD from.
Who else proposed to you?
No, from watching Don't Tell the Bride episodes, where
Okay.
majority of them, they go and look in Argos, they scroll through that Argos catalogue, and pick out a random fucking ring. The wife is always so upset, and I think that's just made me really hesitant and scared for when you propose to me. I just want it with thought, and like I said, I don't
Fucking
need it to be
hell.
expensive. I just need a ring that has
Sentimental value?
yeah, sentimental
So if I
value.
made it out of wood, would you like it?
I
No,
would
you wouldn't.
I would appreciate it, but I'd be like, okay, now where's the real ring?
Up your
I'd be like, oh,
fucking
what a
arse,
lovely present.
You dickhead.
Not that you could even make me a wooden ring. Have you got a secret talent that I don't know of?
You're a fucking animal. You're horrible. I'm trying to think, oh, if I want to propose to her sooner rather than later, but I have no money, maybe I'll make her something. You can't
Nah.
make shit.
No, I don't want you, mate, if you ain't got the money.
Fucking hell.
Anyway, what have we been up to this
Oh.
week?
Oh, wish I didn't take you to Avatar now, but we watched Avatar.
Yeah, you did treat me and my sister to an Avatar date.
And it
didn't
was
you?
fucking spenny. So you and your younger sister all having snacks.
74 quid.
£100.
£100, yeah.
£100.
Why is the Odeon so expensive now? It was £16.50 per person to watch Avatar.
To be fair, but it was in 3D. And
It
I
was in
didn't
3D.
mind that. I had to still pay for the fucking glasses on top of that.
Yeah, what is that about?
£1.50 for some 3D glasses. You can keep them.
Absolutely
What?
ridiculous.
So I can go through life looking at shit in 3D glasses, bruv. Everything's 3D for me. When am I ever going to see this again? I don't even wear them outside. Everything's in 3D, dickhead. Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you think I need them for?
To look cool. When I was younger, I used to just wear them as like a fashion statement.
Jesus Christ.
But so yeah, Avatar was incredible though. That's the best film I think we've ever watched. But some funny things happened while we were watching Avatar.
I just like it when and we obviously don't want to spoil what happened,
Mm-hmm.
but in the part of the film, something happened. Let's just say, and you know, there's a lot of people in the cinema, like a lot. Like I haven't seen it that busy. It was almost like a new Marvel film just released or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's fucking Avatar, so yeah, it's gonna be busy.
It was packed.
Something happened, and the girl in the background was like, "No!"
So loud.
No! Everyone just started bursting out laughing. This poor kid's like crying.
Yeah, she
And everyone was
seemed like she was like maybe like 9.
Yeah, I don't know. Didn't see her. Did you see her?
No, I just
You scouting
mean,
for
like,
her? Mm.
well, I hope she was younger than like 12 because my sister's 12 and she would never do anything like that.
Okay.
What?
I was hoping she was younger than 12. All right, nice.
I didn't mean it like that.
That's how it came out.
I just mean from how my sister acts as a 12-year-old, I can assume that this kid was really young, which I don't know how she got in there
Yeah,
because
but
it
your
was a 12.
sister is 12 but acts like 28 minutes. Do you know what I mean?
I know. And she has the lowest voice in the world.
Hello. That was the first thing she ever said to me, and I'll always remember it. She called me a paedophile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that is because you hid in her room. When James first came to our house, I said, "Oh, James, when you meet my sister, why don't you hide in her room? She's downstairs right now. And when she comes up, you can just open the door and go, hello." And you did. And she drops to the floor, terrified, and goes, "Paedophile!"
Yeah, and then just runs away, never to be seen again. I went, oh, how do you reckon that went down? You reckon I did it well? W Riz. Whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
whoa.
James!
Did not mean that. I meant like...
What do you mean? W what?
I meant W first engagement. W Riz.
I'm not letting you round my sister. Anywho. So
Well, go back into Avatar.
yeah,
I feel like...
let's try divert from that.
Yeah, let's forget that. Avatar was a strange one. I feel like I've never been in that kind of cinema experience and felt
And
like
I
it's a
got
fever
really-
dream.
It was so cringy at one point.
Well, when it ended,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let's get up, guys. And everyone was like... the whole starts...
Clapping when the film ends.
Yeah, the whole cinema started clapping. I'm like, what?
Are the actors here?
Yeah. It just comes out this 7-foot blue guy. Fucking hell, mate. What? Let's start clapping for that.
No, but it's like how when people clap on the plane when it lands. That's something I would do though. Because God forbid I get so anxious on a flight. And when we land, I always go, hallelujah, praise God in my head. But
Yeah, you also do like
I
this
try not to
weird
clap.
ritual when you get on the plane. You have to rub the plane body. You sit down, put "Waiting for Love" song on by
basically,
Sigala.
I haven't been diagnosed, but I know I definitely do have OCD, right? And there's this song, it's by Ella Air, and it's called "Came Here for Love," and I have to listen to this song every time I go on a flight, when we take off and when we land. And if I don't, I think we're going to crash. So I have to listen to it, and while I'm doing it, I have to do my rituals, which, if you're listening, you can't see what I'm doing, but it's basically like the sign of the cross over and over and over again, and knocking on my forehead. So yeah, I do it like a crazy person on a flight, but
Yeah, and when a bit of turbulence comes in, oh my God, you shit yourself. You actually shit yourself.
well, I don't think that's normal for a flight to be moving around jiggling like that, until I saw Anna Paul on TikTok, and she was like, planes are like in jelly. When they're up in the air, they can't just fall from the sky, which I thought they could.
They fucking
So I-
can, mate. What do you mean? Planes fall from the sky all the time.
No.
They don't just stay there and hover. Anna Paul's full of shit, mate.
No, but she said, like, once the plane is up in the air, it's stuck in the air like jelly. So unless something like actually happened, like, I don't know, it's setting on fire or the engine just shuts down and then you plummet. But even no, she said it can't just plummet.
Well, how do you think plane crashes happen? And
Yeah, they get down to a certain point and then they crash.
Are you okay?
What?
How do you reckon they go down in the first place?
Yeah,
They
but
don't just teleport.
No,
they go,
they glide. They don't just go from that high point. They don't just go.
yeah, they don't nosedive down. But if the end of it
Yeah.
is better, I don't know.
Anyway, let's not talk about plane crashes.
No, I just want to go back to that. You genuinely thought that a plane would just go in the air, and then if it crashes, it will just drop, not moving it any ounce forward, any millimeter forward. It will just fall dramatically to its death. You wouldn't think, because it's got wings and it's in the air and it's been traveling at a motion, if the engine stops, it will just keep going until it slows down, like any other thing. Like when you okay, for example, if you're driving a car,
Yeah.
and you slam on the emergency brakes or the handbrake,
Yeah.
you go a bit forward, don't you?
Yeah, I'd say so.
So with the plane, if it just stopped working, it would obviously glide a bit, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So then why the fuck did you think it would just fall? And
I
not move at all?
didn't. That's what I've been saying this whole time.
No, but it's not jelly. It's not like, oh, well, it's in the air, jelly.
You're
because of
chatting shit, bruv. If you were listening to me, I just said I would never think it's going to just plummet because of Anna Paul's statement.
Yeah, but before Anna Paul's statement, you thought it did.
Yes.
You're a dickhead.
Why am I a dickhead?
Do you not
You're
use
a
your brain?
dickhead.
Use
What
your
about
brain.
that? Have you seen plane crash films?
Sorry, say that again.
Have you seen plane crash films?
Yeah, what's the last word?
Films.
They're made up. For your entertainment.
But
They're not going to show a real plane crash. It'll take about fucking 30 minutes. That's half the film up. Oh, fucking, it's still going. Oh, still going. Still going.
Okay, I get your point.
Boom. They're fucking dead. End of the film.
I don't like you.
Thank you.
Anyway, can we please divert from plane crashes because I'm getting a bit anxious
That was
and I'm
on
getting
YouTube.
that pit in my stomach. But anyway,
That's
as
on
we
you.
were saying, Avatar,
Mm-hmm.
we found out that my sister has a crush on Avatar.
That's weird, man. She's had them for ages, I think. We're not talking about the younger sister. We're talking about a 20-year-old girl.
Yeah, my 20-year-old sister, Jojo, we were watching the first Avatar at my grandma's, and she was like, what did she say? They're quite attractive.
Oh, they kind of leg a star.
And I went, hold on a minute, Jojo, what? She goes, yeah, you can say they're good looking, can't you? And I was like, I guess so.
Isn't that bestiality?
They're not beasts. They're aliens. What?
I can't believe you just said that. I can't believe you just said that. Do you know what?
Bestiality. It's animals, isn't it?
Yeah, not just beasts.
And I just said beasts.
I don't think beasts exist in real life. You are on a madness today.
What is wrong with me?
I don't know.
Anyway, that's not what I meant. They're not animals. They're
Well,
avatars.
yeah,
They're
but-
like humans, right? They're just blue.
Yeah, but they're not just humans, though, are they? Because they've got they've got a long tail.
Oh yeah, they got a tail.
and
They
they
got
can-
the Sahelu, which I think is kind of...
What? Sorry. What the fuck is going on? I am not. This is a fever dream.
They've got those tails, and they called a Sahelu, right? Yeah, you know they connected to the horse,
Yeah.
and it's called the Sahelu. If you're an Avatar fan, you would know.
How do you remember that?
And I find it quite sexual. Like they're having sex with the horse, like as soon as
You make me fucking cry. What the fuck?
as soon as the horse
Move that mic away before you kill people. I'm
No,
so
like-
sorry for the audio, guys.
But like in Avatar, they have their tail, right? And they connect it to the horse, and they go Sahelu, and then the animal's eyes burst out of their head, and you cannot tell me that doesn't have like some weird sexual undertone. It looks like it's just got severely raw dogged. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So yeah, I feel like Avatar is quite a like sexual film.
For you, you weirdo. You and Jojo. You
So I
must
get
fucking...
why people find them attractive. Do you know what I mean?
Top 5 sexiest films. 50 Shades of Grey, 365, Avatar.
Anyway, oh my god, my makeup is ruined. Swiftly moving on, we asked you guys on Instagram to send us your weird childhood crushes because having Avatar as your crush, we thought was kind of weird, and it just made us think, let's ask other people what their childhood crushes are.
Avatar would never been in like my top ever. That's probably my least.
Shall I say mine first?
Go for it.
Mine has
I can
always
guess
been...
who it is.
Who?
Harry Styles.
No.
What the fuck?
I said weird childhood crush.
Oh, weird. I don't have any weird ones.
Oh, George from the Jungle, the actual film. I don't know what his name is now, but he's really not that handsome anymore.
Oh, I know that guy. Yeah, I know who you're on about.
Yeah.
I don't know his name, but I know who
when
you're
he
on about.
was young.
But do you know he had an eating disorder to get into that film?
Oh.
What is wrong with you?
Why did you have to say that?
What is wrong with you?
Why did you have to ruin that for me?
What is wrong with you? This is such a rogue episode. What the fuck? It's just you. You're not even drunk.
I'm literally drinking Starbucks. Okay, yeah.
I think I am. I just want to quickly say, I apologise for everybody on all any people just listening. The audio is gonna be messed up. It's Isabella's squeaking half the time.
What's your weird childhood crush?
I don't have one. I don't think I just got normal crushes like Anne Hathaway, Langers, Margot Robbie, Langers, Jennifer Aniston, in her prime, Langers. Even now, I still would.
Fuck you, bitch.
You've literally got Harry Styles behind your skull.
Yeah, well, apparently people say that your childhood crushes are supposed to look like your boyfriend and girlfriend.
Well, that's apparently I look like Harry Styles, guys.
You wish.
Thanks. You wish you looked like Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, I do wish, actually, because then I think that you find me attractive.
I wish.
I wish you looked like Harry Styles. I wish you had a good hairline. I wish you had eyebrows.
Mate, Harry
We can all wish things, can't we, James?
Harry Styles doesn't even have a good hairline.
True, but he rocks it.
Because it's a wig.
We're
Harry
not
Styles
getting
is
into
bald.
this conspiracy.
Harry Styles is bald.
Conspiracy
He's bald.
theory.
He's bald.
He's not bald. So many people think he's bald, but he's not.
He's bald.
He can't shake and be all ragged and dance like that on the stage if he was wearing a wig.
I'm pretty sure it's called a toupee and it's stuck with like super glue.
Anyway, let's read out some people's weird childhood crushes. Richard Hammond. Who's that?
Oh, I know him. Shall I tell you a really cool story about Richard Hammond? He's a guy from Top Gear, the original Top Gear.
Which one's Richard Hammond?
The small one.
The small one. Oh, I see. Yes.
Yeah. So Richard Hammond, my uncle actually flies helicopters with him. Just saying.
Your uncle flies helicopters with Richard Hammond.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because they both were like, let's fly a helicopter. Fuck knows, it could have been a plane.
That's quite a flex.
But the thing is, with a plane, they thought that it would just crash to the ground if it just breaks, you know, until they listened to Anna Paul. And Richard Hammond was like, oh, it's like jelly. Do you know what I mean? So now they might fly planes.
Michael Jackson?
I fucking fancied Michael Jackson when I was a kid.
Yeah, I know you did.
He would have fancied me too, wouldn't he? Okay, tough crowd.
Animated human Shrek from the second film. Oh, yeah, I see that.
Okay, I get that. I just like Noah Beck.
People used to say you look like Noah Beck, and now I think you've taken that comment very seriously because you still tell me that you look like Noah Beck.
When did I do that?
Back in lockdown.
Yeah, I know people used to call me Noah Beck, but I never go, oh.
Yes, you do. Oh my God, you always say to me, oh, I look like Noah Beck today. Yes, you do. When you're doing your hair and looking in the mirror, you go, I look like Noah Beck. Do you not realise that you say that out loud? Maybe it's in your head. But I stay silent.
What the fuck? That's a first for me.
That's a first for you.
Yeah.
James, you always say you look like Noah Beck.
It's probably because I do. I do.
Noah Shrek.
You are awful this episode. This is the worst episode of my entire life. I'm never doing this shit ever again.
They're going to get worse from here.
I know that for a fact.
Okay, one more. Keith Lemon.
Oh my God, really?
You've got daddy issues.
Keith Lemon. That's not what he sounds like, is it? What's he sound like?
Keith Lemon. I just farted. Ollie Murs.
Ollie Murs is a rogue one. Every mum loves Ollie Murs.
So as we've been talking about childhood crushes, I want to know what your first relationship was like, because we're talking about our childhood here.
Yeah.
In today's episode.
Right.
I would like to know, what have you had before me? Have you had proper girlfriends, firstly? And two, what were they like? I want to hear some funny stories.
I've had 2 proper relationships before you. One for 2.5 years.
Bloody hell.
And one for just under a year.
That's commitment there.
Both pretty intense. Never had like one night stands. Don't do that. I'm respectful. But yeah, my first relationship was strange. I was 17. I just moved down from Leamington Spa to Dorset. And I ended up going to somehow the second smallest school in the UK. Clearly, my mum didn't give a shit about my academic value. It was a shit school. But anyway, went there, and I was like the only new boy. There was 400 people in the whole year, and they were like, "Okay, you're the new kid, and you're the only new kid." So I walk in, and everyone's staring at me like I'm a ghost. I was like, "What the fuck?" And I was waiting in the reception, waiting to get taken to the sixth form common area.
Everybody! Shot time. Sorry to interrupt your story time there, but
That's
we
all right.
need to take a tequila shot.
And you, I don't think you need it though.
Oh god, and it's the morning as well. I really am turning into my father.
Oh my.
Too much?
Nah, not enough.
Cheers!
Cheers. Just like water.
Oh! Oh!
Jesus, do you want to be any louder?
Oh, sorry.
Oh my god.
Sorry, guys. It was away from my face, to be fair, the mic, but...
I can literally tell on the audio you peaked that so badly.
Okay.
But we'll run it.
Whew, I'm feeling good.
So with the story, yeah, I was waiting in the sixth form common area, the reception to go to the sixth form common area, and these 4 girls came up to me and were like, "You're coming with me," and I was like, "Okay." And basically, they became my first friends because they're the first people I spoke to, and one of them I ended up dating.
Okay.
So it was 6 months into the relationship. Still haven't kissed her. Let me ask her why. So she came over to my house. I know, this is a bit weird, but why haven't we kissed? It's been 6 months, not even a go.
It's been 6 months.
Yeah. So I asked her, and she was like, "James, I think I'm asexual." I went, what does that mean? She goes, "I don't love anyone. I don't know what the feeling of love is."
Huh.
And I was like, "Oh, I think I love you."
Yeah.
And this hurts. She says, "Well, I do love one thing, one person." I went, "Who's that?" "Jim Chapman." What the fuck? Yeah, there's something about Jim Chapman he makes me feel some type of way. And I don't. Nope. I went, oh. So from that day on, I set out to look and sound and act like Jim Chapman. I used to go to her friends. What can I do to act like Jim Chapman? I ended up watching his YouTube videos religiously.
Oh my god.
Religiously. I used to have his little turtlenecks on to school.
No.
I swear to God.
No.
And I was really trying to act like Jim Chapman. And I was like, "Do you love me now?" No. And I was trying to do it subconsciously. And that was a relationship that I was with for 2.5 years. So.
What?
Yeah.
Please don't tell me you were dressing as Jim Chapman for 2.5 years. No, James. Are you serious? So how come you don't dress up as Harry Styles for me then?
I do sometimes. Look at what I've got on now.
Yeah, I've got pearls. But I don't want you to do that. I want you to be you.
No, I am me now. Fuck girls, I don't give a shit about them. Do you know what I mean?
James.
And it was a very bad...
That is Elvis,
well,
mate.
it wasn't the best relationship. Let's put it that way. Our first kiss was to Eden XO. I don't think I love you no more. And then all my friends were downstairs talking to my mum saying, we've got parents' evening now, James. Hurry up. So then I went to parents' evening, and that was that. And then that was our first kiss, and that was probably like 7 months into the relationship.
Oh my God.
Okay, how about this? I think it was...
So she eventually kissed you then, I'm guessing, if you were together for 2.5 years.
Yes. I wasn't just 2.5 years with the best friend.
So she fell for the Jim Chapman riz.
Yeah, she said that she ended up loving me.
Oh.
So, that was nice. And then it went all south pretty quick.
Oh no.
Yeah. I just need to explore myself in uni, do you know what I mean? I had to,
You had to get rid of the Jim Chapman.
Yeah, I had to be myself.
Shut. Another shot.
Oh, yeah.
Christ, are we really going to do another shot?
We're going to have to do another shot.
It's shot time. I can already feel the first shot.
Well, pour me another shot.
Oh, I'm doing the pouring, am I?
Yes, please.
Ow!
You okay?
I keep cutting myself. I have so many paper cuts. It's actually not okay.
When do you deal with paper?
Cardboard.
Oh.
I get cardboard cuts.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you've had way more, like, actual relationships. Whereas I've had, like, I'd say I've been with more people, not in that way, but it's never been, like,
serious.
An actual serious relationship. It's just been, like,
yeah,
on and off.
I've been a bad gal, I guess.
Like, no boy has ever been like, Isabella, do you want to be my girlfriend? Apart from you, which is quite sad, isn't it?
Is that sad? I thought that was good.
What?
That I'm your boyfriend.
No, I mean, it's sad that since I was with you, how old was I? 19? So up to 19, no one thought I was girlfriend material.
Oh, wow.
But you know what is weird, though? Let's take the shot first.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That went down the wrong hole.
Yummy. Oh.
I can't really remember what I was saying. Something to do
It's
with...
like your proper... You don't never had any proper
Oh, yeah.
relationships.
It's quite weird because people would never want me to be their girlfriend. Maybe because I was young, I guess. And boys are really, like, immature at that age. But then they would say stuff like, oh, I can't be your girlfriend because I'll fall in love with you. Well, that's the point, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
And there was this one guy that we would talk on and off. And he would be like, oh, I see you as my wife. I see you as my wife. Like, you're the most beautiful girl in the world. Like, I want you to be mine. I want to make money for you. Like, it would literally say the most craziest stuff.
Who's this guy? Where does he live?
Anyway.
I'll sort him out. Where's this guy?
Did you hear that?
I did hear that. Oh, it's the neighbours.
And he'd be like, oh, let's meet up. I want to take you on a date. I want to treat you real good. And I'd be like, all right then. So then we would like set a date and...
I know who this guy is.
We'd be like all ready to go. And then on the like night, we were meant to meet, radio silence. Nothing.
I know who this guy is.
And I fell for this about 5 times.
Can I say his name, but can we bleep it out?
Who? Yes.
Yeah. I knew it was him.
Yeah.
What a dickhead, by the way.
No, yeah, like how horrible. And I just don't get this from boys because I feel like other girls have experienced this. Like, why do boys say all these things, but then not actually deliver?
For the pum-pum?
No, but it doesn't make any sense because he didn't meet me at all.
Yeah.
He met me once.
Yeah.
And that was at his house, so it wasn't like a date or anything like that. So maybe meeting at his house was like easier. But he was always the one to say, let's do this, let's do that. Like, I never gave him anything.
Mate, I don't know.
Well, you're a boy, you should understand this, because I don't understand it at all.
I don't understand that because I never do that.
Because it's a waste of their time, and it's a waste of my time too.
You tell him, girl.
I will tell him.
I don't know. I've never been in that situation. I've never done that to a girl. I tell you one story.
What?
And this is courtesy of my sister Siobhan. She reminded me of this and I completely forgot about it because I needed to forget about it.
Okay.
This is a red flag from me.
Oh God, what?
Okay, this is a really bad story.
Oh no.
Like, I nearly caused an absolute shitstorm with like a lot of people.
Oh no.
So when I was in year 8 or year 7, let's call this girl Stacey.
Mhm.
You know, that's not a real name, but let's just call her that for just story reasons.
Yeah.
So me and Stacey got it going on. No, I'm joking. That's a lyric of a song. So, no, me and Stacey. She was like, I was very desperate at school. I'm sorry if you're listening, Stacey. I was so desperate, and I was after any girl. And basically, this girl was also known for dating loads of boys, and I was also known for trying to date loads of girls. So we just started talking, and we both just went, "Fuck it, let's date." Like, it wasn't anything serious. Do you know what I mean? Like year 7, 8 relationships. So like, do you know how everybody used to date everybody? Like in year 7, 8, dating wasn't really a thing. So I was like, "Oh, she's open to relationships. She's had a few. I'm open to relationships. I wanted a few. Let's just try and date." And then we just started dating. I never spoke to her in my life. Like, it's one of those things like, "Oh, mate, can you tell that girl that I fancy her?" Yeah. "Oh, she said that she will date you." "Okay, tell her, yeah, it's on." And then like you're dating, but you haven't actually spoken. So we would text, we would never talk at school. So we would text, and she like after a week, she was like, "Do you know what, James? I don't think this is working out." "Stacey, how can you do this to me? Stacey, you cannot leave me." And I was doing like I was messaging some proper shit like in year 7 and 8, like, "I can't believe you're doing this. I love you. You need to be mine. I will never let you go."
You sound like Joe from You.
I know, I was bad, right? So
You've
bad.
even got the cap on right now.
So bad that her dad ended up getting the phone.
No.
And messaging me.
No.
As a 7-year-old, "You better leave my fucking daughter alone." I fucking won't. She's mine. And then my sister Siobhan had to grab the phone and call him up and said, "How, you know, you're talking to a young kid there, sir. Watch how you're speaking to my brother." And he goes, "Do you know what the message he's been saying to my daughter is?" And she's like, "No." And it was like, "You're mine. I'll never let you go." And Siobhan was like, "What the fuck, James? This is not you." But she was still backing me. But now we laugh about it because obviously I'm not like that. But like, I was like, "You cannot leave me," because it was like my first like relationship.
Okay, so
I was very possessive.
I'm drunk right now. That tequila has hit me.
Oh, is it?
And you definitely have some weird alter ego. What should we call that? You better not act like that if I ever break up with you.
No, because I've broken up with 2 other girls before. The 2 proper relationships I broke up with them.
Yeah, I've only broken up with one person.
But you never had a proper relationship. So tell me about that one, huh?
Yeah, so it was kind of like I break up with them, but it was an on and off thing.
Yeah, so you're ending the on and off thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I get you.
Yes.
But no, I would never be possessive to you. Like I'm older now. I was like, what, 12, 13?
Yeah, I guess. You were just having your heart broken.
I had my heart broken.
Still, speaking of relationships, I feel like our relationship, we've gone through a lot together since kind of day one.
We have gone through a lot.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we were together we came together in September 2020. October, November, December. We were together 3 months and then shit hit the fan. I'd say.
Yeah.
Not in our relationship, but in my life.
Just in life.
And you stuck around, thank God, because you could have ran. And I feel like that's how I know you're the one. Because you were there for me, you know, without getting cringe.
I'm not going to run during that shit, do you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
That's so bad.
You were literally there when we found out my dad did die. It was in quite a
not graphic way, but a very awkward, strange way,
uncomfortable way.
But that is just us to a T, though.
And obviously, that story is almost like I remember it, but details are quite blurry for me. So if you remember the start, please remind me because it's so much to remember.
Okay, so if I'm correct, it was the day after Boxing Day, the 28th.
Yes.
Because the Boxing Day is the day you weren't allowed to travel anymore.
Yeah.
So I broke the law.
Yeah.
And I travelled up on the 28th to see you. Which is kind of illegal, but not. Like, I wasn't one of those guys who were like travelling throughout lockdown. I only ever travelled to see you.
Yeah, and you were coming to stay with me for like a while.
For a while, but I couldn't travel on Boxing Day because no trains were running on Boxing Day. So I had to come up the next day anyway. Yeah. And I couldn't go on Christmas, obviously. So I came up to you, and because we miss each other so much, we were getting at it.
Yeah.
Having a bit of sexy time. And midway through the good old Pound Town, a knock on the door. Who's that? Oh, don't worry about it, James.
Mum will get it.
Mum will get the door. all right. Back at it, do you know what I mean? Having some good times. It's bad. Your mum's not going to get the door. Oh, who could it be? Fine, I'll have a look. Flick opens the blinds. It's the fucking police.
And that's when panic hits.
That's when I shat myself because I thought it was for me. I thought, oh my God, someone has called up or they somehow been following me.
Yeah, because people made it like a big thing, like, oh, if you break the lockdown rules,
yeah, you're done.
You're done for, mate. You're going to jail. You're getting a fine. Like, so we were panicking. Like, I remember my heart literally dropped.
Oh, mate, same. I was no longer horny. Pulled on the trousers and I was like, for
no
fuck's
pants.
sake. Yeah, no pants, just trousers. Walked out and I'm pretty sure you're going, Mum, the police are at the door. She's like, what? You're like, the police are at the door. So she runs downstairs.
Opens it.
And we're on the we're on the banister.
Yeah, they can't see us, but we can see them.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. And Isabel, you're looking at me, you're going, it's going to be fine, James. It's going to be fine. I'm like, I know. Oh my God, I can't believe. How did they find out? How did they find out?
Yeah.
And then the police then go, so does a Jojo Hill and Isabella Hill live in this house? Mum goes, yeah. You look at me. And then that's when I know something's up because I didn't mention your younger sister's name because she has a different dad.
Yeah.
And I looked at you. You're like, it's going to be okay, James. I'm like, yeah, it'll be fine for me, mate. But like, yeah. And then, your mum speaks to the police in the kitchen and then the police leave. Mm-hmm. And you're like, oh, thank God they're gone, James. Thank God they're gone. You're all right, aren't you? You're safe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm fine. But you might want to go downstairs.
Yeah, I remember you saying maybe you should go downstairs and speak to your mum.
Yeah, I was like, you should probably go downstairs and speak to your mum.
But my mum calls me down. She goes, Bella, come downstairs, please. So I walk downstairs. I sit in the living room. And she's like, right, I'm just going to have to go get your sister from Tesco, but wait here. So I have to wait about 10 minutes because they don't live far from where my sister works. So my mum ran, got Jojo, brought her back.
Yeah.
And that's when she says, Dad's dead. And I knew that when she got my sister, I knew, okay, it's something to do with my dad. Like, either he's been arrested or something bad has really happened. And he said, she told me that. And I just remember going upstairs and going, it's not about you, but my dad's dead. And then I just remember just feeling so, like, numb. Like, I didn't cry.
No, you didn't cry for a while.
I didn't cry until we went to the beach. Like, after I got that news, I felt so weird. Like, your body, like, it's like tingling, but you also feel numb.
Yeah.
And then you were like, do you want to go on like a walk? And I think we got on our bikes and went to the beach.
I don't think we weren't on our bikes. We just walked to the beach.
No, we were on bikes.
You sure?
Yeah, we were on bikes.
Didn't we get locked out that night? That was another night.
No, that was another night, thank God.
But no, yeah, and then we just started throwing rocks into the sea, and that's how now we start throwing rocks into the sea.
Yeah.
But that was a very intense time.
That was.
But I ain't fucking leaving.
No, you're not.
I ain't leaving.
Like, so that's when everything shit hit the fan. But then I also got ill. And it's like, I think this is when I knew that you were the one. Because.
Oh, God, yeah.
I got so ill, like, really, really ill for 2 weeks. I had to go to hospital, and I was in hospital for like a week. But before I was in hospital, my family just thought I had the flu. I just thought it was the flu, but I felt so bad, and James had to sleep downstairs. That's one thing. You didn't even know my family that well. You've known them for like a couple months, and you were sleeping downstairs. But I feel like you bonded with my sister through that.
Yeah, younger.
I'm a younger, because you had to spend time with her, like, properly. So that was good. But obviously at this time, my dad's funeral was going on. Yeah. And I obviously couldn't go to it. And I was also unwell to obviously even make a eulogy. So James had to write my eulogy. And I was literally, I couldn't speak. Like, I was so ill to the point where I was just sleeping or throwing up. You had to come up with it. Obviously my sister helped you. But
no, she didn't.
Yeah, because there was a story in it that you couldn't have made up. Like, it was
but
about...
I'm pretty sure that was your mum.
Oh, do you think?
Yeah, me and your mum wrote it.
Oh my God.
He was a nice guy.
And because there was detail in it. Either my mum or my sister had to talk about, because basically there's a story where we would like go to basically kind of like a fun fair.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, and he would like let us do his like crazy hair. We would like put it in like baubles all around his head. You spoke about how he would go out looking like a crazy person or whatever. So I remember that, but obviously because I was still unwell at the funeral, I couldn't attend. But you got it up on live stream for me, because they live streamed it because some of his family live in America. And I remember like hearing it and I was like, oh my God, how does he know this? And I was like, oh wait, Jojo. And then you signed it off as Bella and Jojo, and that bit kind of made me sad because he didn't call me Bella, he used to call me Belle, but that's fine.
Oh.
But you tried your best.
Never knew that. Well, yeah, I remember just like sitting there, I'm like, I don't really know what to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, do I just say the generics? Like, he was a kind and loving father.
No, you didn't say
known
that.
by many men.
No, I remember
it
being like as crazy as he was.
Yeah.
He was loving and stuff like that.
Because the whole point was, I couldn't do it if it wasn't for Laurie.
Yeah.
Because she knew him, obviously.
Yeah.
Very well. So I was basically just typing up what she was saying, but also trying to word it in more of a natural manner to whoever was going to read it out.
Yeah.
And I was like, but we basically came up with this eulogy.
Yeah.
And but you were so, like you're saying, you were so ill. You had like a kidney infection, but so bad that you actually becoming delusional.
Yeah.
And I remember on the day of his funeral, you whacked out you made a TikTok. Like, what's up, guys?
What's up, guys? I'm watching my dad's funeral right now.
Yeah, and me and Jojo were like, what the fuck are you doing? And then you were lying there going, I smell burnt toast. There's smoke in the house. And I look at Jojo, and she's like, she's having a stroke. And I was like, I don't know, but she's honestly not okay.
And there was one point where I was like to James, because my mum was like, you've just got to ride it out. It's the flu. You've just got to eat it out of your system. And I was like, I am going to die. And I remember saying to you, James, you have to call the ambulance. Like, I'm not well. And that's when I did eventually go to hospital, and they were like, you are so unwell. And then I got pneumonia.
Yeah, you had pneumonia and a severe kidney infection.
I literally could not breathe. It was awful.
Yeah, you were looking worse for wear.
But I lost weight. Yeah. Skinny queen.
And I did take a Polaroid picture of you in the ambulance.
Yeah.
I remember, bless your mum.
Oh my God,
she was really upset when you went into the ambulance.
Because she couldn't come with me because of COVID. I had to go by myself. And that's the first time I've ever been
on the hospital unit on your own. But she was very upset, obviously. And everybody was, even your younger sister, everybody was upset for you because everyone was worried for you. And the first thing I did was just went upstairs and took a Polaroid picture of you when everyone was crying their eyes out. And I'm like, smile.
Well, it must have been stressful. Like, literally in that situation, our dog was also severely ill. Priscilla, bless her. She hadn't died at that point, but she was on her way out. So my dog was dying. I looked like I was dying. My dad had just died. Like,
everybody was dying.
It really was not a good time in life.
Yeah, people were dropping left, right and centre, innit? And I was like, who's next? It's like the fucking Hunger Games. One of us will survive. I was like, what the fuck?
But
it was the most intense thing. I had like a headache every day.
No, one thing I do feel bad is because when I first met you, you had no worries, and I feel like I have like affected you in a negative way.
No, I wouldn't.
Like mentally, because that was a tough time, and I
wouldn't
feel like
change it for anything. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm very happy. And also, that's very selfish of me to put myself in first in that situation.
I know, but I wouldn't have blamed you if you went. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but I know who I am, and that's not what I would do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go against. That's my morals. It's like the person that I want to be my girlfriend. I would never be with someone if I don't want them to be with them forever. And at some point, things will happen.
Yeah.
It just happened
very soon. Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? If we can get through this, we can get through anything. And it was tough. It wasn't easy.
But since then, we've still had struggles. Like, my mental health has been fucked up since.
Yeah, but that's completely not, like, you have to realise that's gonna happen. Yeah. And that it's allowed.
Yeah. Although it's improving, there's still like bad times.
Yeah, but you had, like we said, in the last 3 months, you know, your family dog died and your dad passed away, and you were really ill, and loads of other things have happened.
Yeah.
And you're going to have really bad mental health, but the problem is you hate yourself for that, or you get annoyed at yourself for that. But that is like, out of everything that could have happened to you, having a little bit of bad mental health and anxiety is probably the best outcome, considering what could have happened and what you could have done to yourself, or how it could have affected you. It could be a lot worse, is what I'm trying to say. And you just need to give yourself the credit that you've managed to come out of it well. You dealt with it well.
Yeah.
You should be proud of yourself.
I just feel bad sometimes that I feel like you used to be like a golden retriever person, and now you're like, I think I've made you a bit emo.
You made me a little bit emo. I'm very more like in my feels now.
Yeah. But maybe that's a good thing. You're connected.
No, yeah, but I don't really get nervous or anxiety. I get a bit more anxious now. But I can't deal with stress now. If I get stressed, I'm like,
you get hella stressed.
like hella stressed.
Yeah.
Whereas when I used to get stressed, I'm like, I'll figure it out. But now I get super stressed.
Mm-hmm.
But,
well, on that note,
mm-hmm.
I think we've talked for long enough.
Yeah, we probably bored you guys to death. What way to ending on a depressing
Shall we end
note,
on a happy note? Tell me a joke, James.
How much does a roof cost?
How much?
Nothing, it's on the house. Thank you, Jock, for that, by the way. I'm not going to take credit for that. Oh, and also, another joke.
What?
I saw an Arthur story.
What?
Why is a chicken the funniest thing?
What?
Because. There we are. They're not my jokes. I saw them both. I stole them both. One from Jock and one from Arthur's story.
Well, that made me chuckle for a spare moment. A spare moment?
A spare moment.
A spare moment.
A little moment.
Well, thank you guys for listening. I feel like I haven't looked at the camera once.
Nope.
But this has been a really fun episode. I've literally cried laughing.
Yeah, it's been great. I'm so happy.
So, yeah, I hope you guys are back for next week's episode. And I really hope you liked the first episode too.
Mm-hmm.
And like we said, if we get to 500 rates, it's so easy. You just have to click the star sign, hit it at 5-star or 4-star, whatever you think this podcast is.
1 star, fuck it.
And James will get that tattoo.
Well, we might have hit it by the time the episode comes out. We're filming this on a Sunday and it comes out Thursday, so you never know. This might be irrelevant. I fucking hope not.
I don't know, but make sure to follow the socials, guys. And peace, love and Jesus, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.
Love ya.